When I knew we're gonna be special. First game,
Really?
we lost. We have a great game. You missed the last shot, and we was in.
Don't forget that though.
Papi, we was in the locker room looking at us like, yeah,
They have
something.
yeah, we're gonna fuck some shit up. you feel me? And same thing. Last practice was the greatest practice of all time.
That was crazy, bro.
3 hours plus, and we didn't practice at all. We didn't want to leave the gym. Why? Because we love each other, and we know, like, we appreciate each other a lot, and we're just genuine. We don't want to leave because that's what we are. Like, that's who we are as a team. And it was the greatest experience of all time for me. It was just that last practice.
Look at
and
the
give
rebound,
it to Trey,
and he give it to you in the outlet pass.
Yep.
And you saw Cuco in the left lane.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're a playmaker. So since we start to play, we know that you gotta push the ball. But when you saw Cuco on that lane, you knew that he was gonna go for the shot.
I already knew what I was doing. Like, for
That's
me,
crazy.
I was feeling good, and my thing was go attack. But I saw them closing in, and I look over and I see Cuco running down, and I think it was Akil in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
Akil was going
was ready.
Oh yeah, Akil was going to clean up whoever was ever in the way.
he did.
But I
He
saw
did.
him, and I'm like, oh, that's good. That's where I'm going.
No,
Like, we're not going to get a better shot.
It
than
was
that.
a long rebound because of the Norris call he missed.
Yep.
So he was waiting for you in the right side.
Yep.
So he was alone. But
Wide open.
I mean, for me, that's tough to see Cuco hit that shot, and not because he cannot do it. It's just the moment. Like,
There's a lot of pressure. He
Exactly.
misses that shot,
But
and it's
Cuco
over.
always
It's
do
probably over.
that.
It's over.
It's probably over.
you knew it was gonna go in. Like,
Cuco always do that. Cuco, tell him.
Papi, no me falte de respeto así. Vamos a respetarlo.
mira, dímelo, Corillo, ¿qué es la que hay? Bienvenido a Pase Extra. Hoy ando con los champions. Estoy tocándola, a ver si se me
Son
pega
los
algo.
verdaderos
Si
campeones.
se te pega lo de campeón.
Hoy, today, this podcast is gonna be special and different because we're gonna be talking and speaking in English because we got the MVP of the league here. The double MVP because he's MVP of the league and the MVP finals. And first of all, I want to thank you guys for being here. I'm sure that you guys have received a lot of calls from other people just to talk to you and talk about your experience in the league. So for me, this is something huge. And I want to thank Brava Lubricant. Gracias a Brava. Without them, this wasn't going to be possible. Sin ellos, esto no iba a ser posible. Brava
Agradece a Irmari primero.
La verdadera
Estamos aquí
MVP,
por la
papá.
baby.
Thank you, Irmari.
Yo soy la verdadera
Pa'
She
que-
was the connection.
Para que sepa, estamos aquí por Irmari.
But Brava Lubricant son los auspiciadores de todo esto, son los que han hecho el BSN, la final del BSN es una movie, literalmente. Yo creo que forman una parte importante y crucial de lo que es el baloncesto superior nacional y las finales, empezando desde lo que fue la prensa, la conferencia de prensa allá en el centro de convenciones y todo lo que han hecho con la liga. So, definitivamente Brava ha sido bien importante y again, gracias a ellos por confiar en mí y que esto sea posible. Now, I got you guys, and I don't want to do like an interview like you guys can get bored or something like the TV. Usually my podcast is about laughing and making fun of us.
Just
And talk shit.
Be
So
yourself.
that's what I want here.
Yeah.
Obviously, I got some questions. But first of all, I have to introduce these guys. I don't think they need introduction. But here is my friend, Trice y Cuco Lopez. You guys can see
Let's go!
Estás mal. Tú me tienes que llamar campeón de ahora en adelante. Para que sepa.
the champion guy. We got Christian here. You guys, he already was in my podcast. And I think your interview was the longest one that I have ever made. But I
Facts.
didn't knew that after I edited. And then I saw it. And because it was too fast. Like we talked so much, but it didn't feel like it.
That's facts. That's facts.
And we got Travis Trice, our MVP. I think
MVP! MVP! MVP!
So some people will say that he's the savior because of those 2 crazy shots that he made in the finals. But definitely it was he was an important piece for this team, and I'm happy to have you here, Travis.
Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you.
Appreciate it. Yep.
Thank you. And we got the least but not important, Ilmarí Colón. As we call her here, La Maravillosa. We usually have like our AKA names.
Yeah.
I am La Bestia. It is the beast in English. So, and she is the La Maravillosa.
Nah. You're a champion now.
I'm a
Yeah,
champion
she's
now,
a
yeah.
champion.
What does that mean?
So we-
What's her nickname mean?
Like-
Maravillosa. How do you say that in English?
Wonder. I wonder.
The
Like
Wonder?
a Wonder Woman.
Marvelous,
Wonder Woman?
I think.
Like
Oh.
fabulous. Like
Okay.
It's good.
Okay.
That's it.
I think it's the
the shit. She's the shit now.
She's the best that we have ever had in our podcast. Definitely. Okay. So first question is gonna be for you, Travis. Now people think, and I include myself in this, that you are one of the top players in this league. I mean, you have the champion, you have the MVPs. No one can say no to that. But when you come to the league, and you know that this league only there's only 2 outsider players can play in this league. Like, do you feel like pressure because you know that you need to execute very well because you're supposed to be one of the top players? Like, do you feel any pressure coming to the league and knowing that you're gonna be on a team that is gonna need you in the offensiveness like a lot?
Not really, because it's kind of similar to everywhere else I play overseas. Like the imports, there's a lot of pressure on you game to game. But I will say, I didn't know last year in Humacao, I had never really heard of the Puerto Rican League, hadn't really seen any like highlights or anything of the BSN. And my very first game was in Carolina, and that woke me the hell up. Like, I was like, I've never seen anything like this before.
crazy,
Like
right?
the loud bang before the game, fire. You got guys running around on the court with like wrestling masks, yelling at people. I'm like, bro, what is this? And then other people I talk to, like, hey, you're going to Puerto Rico. I'm thinking it's going to be like paid vacation. I'm like, I'm about to just go down here, chill, go to the beach.
And it's a summer league too. So
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I went down there. That was my first game. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is definitely not a vacation at all. Like, this league is super talented. And, like, the local guys really care and are really good.
And how do you know about the league? That you got like your agent got a call from a team, or is just that?
So I was in Spain, and I was looking to get off of the team I was on and go somewhere else to finish out the year. And my agent said, hey, I mean, there's a good opportunity for you down in Puerto Rico. And I'm always trying to like tap into new markets because that's how you find where you like or find your niche. And so, I mean, he called, the numbers were right. And I was like, all right, I'll go down there. But yeah.
And do you think that having NBA players in the league was something that your agents saw that might be good for you, like, you know, playing against those guys, or you would say that you will be here anyways?
No, I think that validates the league. I mean,
Okay.
anytime you got ex-NBA players coming down here, it just speaks to the strength of the league. And it's close. It's on the same time zone as back home. It's not too far. And I've had family come in and out the whole time. So it made sense to come down here.
And you're not used to that, like having your family in the like come bring your family to your team, because usually you're playing like very far, right?
Sometimes it just depends on where I'm at. Like Spain, I had my family come, and then and when I was in France, they did too. But some of the other places they haven't been able to. But it also makes it easier for like extended family to come down here. Like I've had my brothers and sisters, cousins, other people, since it's an easy flight.
And you got less homesick, so you don't
for
miss
sure.
them.
Yeah,
for
every
sure.
week you have someone,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, every other week somebody's flying down. Especially when you're in Puerto Rico. Like I had family coming out the woodwork asking to come down here. So
Great.
yeah.
Yo, Cuco, I got a question for you, and this question is gonna come from very far, and we're gonna continue our conversation that we had in our last interview, because in that time when we talked, you told me that one of your biggest victories in a game was beating Bautista de Caguas in that Copa Alcalde when you were in Bayrova Tres. And I was talking with my guys, and we were talking like, can this, you know, final game 7 that you won might be a little bit more important, or maybe have the same importance that game had for you when you explained us that game was something more than just beating a Bautista team?
For me, it's like the same thing. Because if you think about it, I was playing against Ivan. I was playing against.
That's
Feel
right.
me?
You were playing against the same
That's
coach.
what I'm saying. Like I talked to him before Game 6. I told him like, one of my biggest blessings is one of my biggest moments is always against him. He's a coach that I admire a lot. I respect him a lot, and he taught me a lot. People don't know, but he was like my real rival. It was him back in the day, and I talked to him and I said like, "Yo, no matter what happens, I just want to tell you I feel the same vibe of Copa Alcalde."
You told him
And
that?
yeah, I told him like no matter what happens, I love you, I respect you. I just want to tell you like you taught me a lot, and no matter what happens in Game 7, if you win, I'm so happy for you because you deserve it. And he was about to make history with Manati, but same as
Definitely.
us, you know.
Exactly.
So
It's gonna be like two different
Either
movies.
way, it's
yeah.
gonna be his
it
story.
was gonna be two different stories,
Yeah.
but with the same weight of importance
Mhm.
for us because Ivan is a great coach. He's always been
Definitely.
respected. He got his like all the championships.
And he
wants
coached
to-
you.
and he coached me.
And
he was the
sub
first,
22, right?
Yeah, so 22, he coached me, and he was the first one with Florida that really taught me how to play the basketball, and that's why it was so special this series because I was playing against one of my mentors, and it was crazy. It was crazy. I remember Game 6. Travis hit the shot. We was about to go to the overtime, and he was looking at me like just nodding on me like shit crazy, right? So, and that's the crazy part of everything happening in the finals. I knew he wanted to win. We wanted to win, and it was just the same vibe. It was just the same vibe of Copa Alcalde, and
Crazy.
twice I got the chance to just win the championship, make history, and it feels so great because it was against him. Not offense to him, but
No, I mean it was
I'd
it was your
rather have
rival.
a finals
Yeah.
game with him that other scenarios because, like I said, I respect him a lot. He's
You
one of
know
my
the
mentors.
story, Travis? My bad.
Nah,
you
he
know
don't
that
know.
story?
He don't know.
He don't
Back
know.
in the day in
No,
high
no.
school, they were winning. Like they have this big ass tournament in Caguas to determine who was the best.
Like every school
high
used,
school.
used to
Yeah.
compete on that.
Who was the best high school, and they
Yeah.
were winning 16 years in a row. And
So
I
he's running
fall
the table.
short twice
Uh-huh.
in my 10th grade, 11th grade, and I have my last shot against him, and they were the national like McDonald's championship.
Yeah.
They
You know,
do the
the-
same.
the All-American?
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was the same tournament, but local.
Yeah.
So they were the champions of the McDonald's tournament back in the day,
Yeah.
and we were a public high school. They have
They were
scholarships.
yeah,
we didn't
exactly.
have
Like
it.
So they had a crazy stack team. They could go out.
They
recruit
had the
people and all
craziest
that.
stack team, and nobody. They were like unbeatable. Like they were crazy.
I
Talented.
think they travel and they
just
didn't
like
lose.
Manatee and us, like the same vibe of we have guys and we have a good team, but they have the better roster.
Yeah.
So and they had 16 championships in a row.
Damn.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's the same vibe
Yeah.
and the same way for me. Not
Yo,
for
bro, and the
everybody.
court was like full like this. Like
Yeah, same
just
thing,
to watch
same
some
thing.
high school kids playing like a public school,
Where was this game?
Copa Alcalde,
Pero where?
right there.
in el Solá.
And then Solava-
I was
Okay.
there
Right
as a
across the
fan.
street. The
the
Yeah,
other
the
gym.
yeah.
The other
yeah.
gym.
That's the biggest
Yeah.
gym.
I didn't
this
know
is
that.
the volleyball gym.
Yeah.
So back in the day before Maria, the hurricane, that was the gym.
That was the spot to go.
And
was the
that gym is
it was
tough,
packed. It
bro.
was packed. It was just me trying to make history. That was my mindset back in the day. It was me just trying to make history
Yeah.
and just beat the unbeatable team. Like that's the David and Goliath
Nah,
shit.
that's dope.
So we did it back in the day, and 11 years from now, I got the chance to just compete against him with a stacked roster again, with NBA players again, and it
Being
was
the
just
underdog again.
it was just beautiful because you know they
No,
got us.
that's a full circle
swept.
moment. Yeah, that's
they got
dope.
us swept, and how the series went and how shit went off. Like that's the craziest thing I ever experienced. But like I said, same experience, same vibe as I beat him like 11 years ago. It was the same vibe.
And I asked him this because I used to play in a public school too,
Yeah.
a good one, just so you know. But when,
Public school here back in the day, they were
yeah,
tough.
we used to
you
play
don't
with
need
a chip on our
scholarships.
shoulders.
Back in the day, you don't need scholarship to prove yourself.
Exactly.
You just
And
you have everybody was stacked back in the day.
That school had like 8 scholarships, and Cuco playing with no scholarship friends, just guys who just wanna
Just
have
wanna
his
play basketball.
public school, bro.
Yeah.
So
Like hoopers, like street ballers.
and those guys have just won the national championship. So that's why I asked him if this have the same weight,
And,
you know.
and the fact it was the fact that we were a public high school, and here in Puerto Rico, I think it's gonna be the same in the States. Having scholarships give you more advantage as a player, as a team, and they respect more of private schools and all of that. So we were just 15 motherfuckers trying to like prove ourselves to everybody.
That
And
they
we were
belong.
the first one like really make something about it. And after that, like they trying to like emulate or simulate the same program, the same culture. Like we make that because we were a public high school, but we have some tough motherfuckers. Like we have some 6-7 guys that can like run the court, and we were playing like a Showtime Lakers vibe of basketball.
tough.
Every time we was alley oops, it was just dunks. It was fun to watch us, and that was the crazy part of it because we were a public high school. That's the thing.
Yeah, but they were a public high school, but they had guys with like
Yeah,
6,
they look
7.
like man,
Yeah,
like
they
like
got big
university
guys.
We were grown men
Yeah.
playing high school.
beards
That's
and
the fact.
everything.
But I mean, sometimes you get the advantage though. Like
Yeah.
it's not always the most talented team. If you got a bunch of guys that are bought in,
They
and are
bought in.
selfless,
Like you
Just like
guys.
us.
I mean, like us, like not the most talented, not the
Yeah.
biggest budget, but
Yeah, that-
everybody's bought
that-
in. Everybody cares about each other.
and that was the greatest thing about it. Like, if I think about it every time before the finals starts and after we won the ship, it was like, wow, I did it twice. That's my biggest accomplishment right now. Like, I did it back in high school, and I did it in the BSN, like the biggest stage of us, because you are importing shit, but
For us.
for us, this is our league, this is our NBA,
Yeah.
and I did it twice. So that's what I'm taking, and that's what I'm the most proud of. That's
I think
why
that-
he asking that
That's why
question,
Cuco is special.
because that's mean everything to me.
And it's different for us because we are an island. So this league might be like bigger. I mean, I don't know if in Ohio you guys have a professional league just in Ohio, but for us, this is our NBA. Even though that we can see the NBA, but this league, like, when we grow up, all we want to do for real is play
Play
this
this.
league.
No,
So
you can
it's-
see that though, like just the whole vibe you get from like the local players and even like the arenas and the fans.
Yeah.
Like you can tell this is like people are bought in and like this is
Perfect example is Luisito. Like the way Luisito played, the way Luisito, like his emotions about
he's
playing.
hungry, bro. He's a dog.
Like that what like Luisito is the greatest example of how every native player
Wants it.
wants it to be in the BSN. Like
Yeah.
they really want a shot. Like we look at the BSN like our shot to just be great.
But
Just to be
Luisito
great.
is tough because he, like,
Luisito, te amo, cabrón.
when you don't
Cabrón.
play like a lot of minutes and you get in, you might get nervous. Like you want to execute, you want to make the shots.
He
and
don't care.
Luisito is
Nah, he don't
always
care about
ready. Like
nothing.
He's unconscious.
No
Like,
fear. He has
he
no
got
fear at
no
all.
conscious at
Just
all.
give me 1 minute and
yeah, I
I'm gonna
had
do
him
everything.
in an interview, and he told me I know the ball is gonna go in before I shoot it. Like I know it. If I shoot it, it's gonna go in, and
But,
I think that's why he is so.
He's like that. Like
He's
people
like-
don't
First
get
off,
it.
These two, Luisito and Cuco, every time they shoot, I think it's going in. Like,
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
already counted.
Yeah,
Like-
and now that you said that, on that game 6, that situation when you guys were down 4,
Yep.
I think the rebound was from Mitchell, and
Lou got the rebound.
Lou got
and
the
give
rebound,
it to Trey.
and he gave it to you in the outlet pass.
Yep.
And you saw Kuko
Yeah.
Yeah.
at your in the left lane.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you're a playmaker, so since we start to play, we know that you gotta like push the ball. But when you saw Kuko on that lane, you knew that he was gonna
doing.
go
Already
for
knew
the
what
shot.
I already knew what I was doing. Like for
That's
me,
crazy.
I was feeling good, but and my thing was go attack. But I saw them closing in, and I look over and I see Kuko running down, and I think it was Akil in front of him. So
And
Akil was
Kuko
going
was ready.
Oh yeah, Akil was going to clean up whoever was ever in the way.
he did.
But I
He
saw
did.
him, and I'm like, oh, that's good. That's where I'm going.
No,
Like, we're not going to get a better shot.
It
than
was a long rebound because of the Norris goal he missed.
Yep.
So he was waiting for you in the
Yep.
right side.
that. Yep,
So he was alone, but
wide open.
I mean,
Wide open.
for me, that's tough to see Kuko hit that shot, and not because he cannot do it. It's just the moment. Like
There's a lot of pressure. He
Exactly.
misses that shot,
But
and it's
Kuko
over.
always
It's
do
probably
over.
that.
It's over.
It's probably over.
you knew it was gonna go in. Like
Kuko always do that. Kuko tell him.
Papi, no me falte de respeto así. Vamos a respetarnos.
El Mari, you are a rookie too.
I'm a
in this
rookie.
team,
Yeah.
and you won a championship. You're blessed. Did you know that she used to play?
He
Professional
knows. He knows.
basketball.
He
Papa,
knows.
no.
Papa.
Have you like
She
played
a walking
against,
bucket.
No.
You haven't played
First off,
against.
we
they
didn't-
told me
Shooting
that,
trees?
and I didn't believe her because I'm like, I've never seen you out there shoot. I went and got a ball and made her shoot because I was like,
Yeah.
I don't believe that you played. Like,
Bro, she got the college record on 3-pointers.
really?
I told him that, but he didn't believe me.
I didn't believe
Like
her.
9, right? You went
Eight. Yeah.
8 3 points in a game. So
That's
it's
tough.
it's
Yeah,
tough.
it was nice.
How was your like
My experience,
your experience
with
here
this team,
with this team? Like your first team ever?
my first team, yeah, it was so good. And to be part of a Caguas team, I'm from Caguas, you know that. So it was like so good. And meeting this guy and Google, it was a plus. So I had a blast.
That's great.
Yeah.
She's
What-
a shit.
What would you say like is the worst part on working with these guys? Like we're men's.
Yeah.
Like, we're men. So what would you say like I hate
think
this or
the
this is
worst
something
part
that I
of-
would not like
Nah,
to
I think the worst part was the like find him like apartment. Like
Oh, I
like-
remember that. You
yeah.
were always telling me.
I'm
I,
picky.
this guy,
I'm picky.
he's
I
so
am
picky.
picky. I am picky.
He's so
I'm picky.
picky. I mean, everyone is so picky.
but you were living, I think you told me that you were living in Isla Verde and then you said, no, I don't want to leave here, right?
I had to move. I was like right across the street from like Pizza City, and then I didn't know, but like it gets crazy down there.
It
People
gets-
driving by on dirt bikes and like ATVs and like blasting music at
Welcome
like
to Puerto
4:00 in
Rico.
the morning. I'm like, what is going on? But, yeah, I had to move.
Well,
out of
we,
there. I had to
yeah,
move
we
out of there.
did. I mean, yeah, I found him like a
Now, you found me a dope spot.
yeah.
So that you would say that's the worst
I
part,
mean,
like
yeah, the
finding
worst part it
apartments
was
for these
finding
guys?
them the apartments. Yeah, but the other thing, no, it's very good.
And I know you love basketball and you love the team environment. So
Yeah.
I always knew that you were gonna be a good fit.
Yeah, and they give me the like good games.
Facts,
Like
facts.
I made history with them, so we're good.
You're gonna get a ring, right?
Obviously, you know that.
Para que sepa, para que te oriente.
You know that.
La
I have
pana va a tener la
everything.
solcita y te va a
Another
roncar.
one.
I have everything now. I only don't win. I don't want.
You didn't
the,
win high school.
No, McDonald's. No, I didn't win.
But that's
but
tough.
everything else, I win it. Yeah.
That's tough.
Ronca,
Travis,
ronca.
when you first came to the league,
Yep.
you came to Humacao.
Yep.
By the way, I'm from almost Humacao. Like I live like 5 minutes from there,
Gotcha.
so I saw all your games there. But you came to Humacao, and there was, I gotta say, it was a losing team. Like you guys didn't. Well, when you came, you guys had a good run. I remember at the end of the season, but you came to the team and they were losing. What was your mindset when they told you, well, you're gonna go to this team, they're gonna pay you, but they're losing? Like, do you have a different mindset?
I just looked at it as a challenge. I mean, it's an opportunity.
Okay.
And my thing was, anytime I go to a new league, I try and establish myself because you're playing in front of a new crowd, new people that never seen you play, and they're going to judge you off of that. So my mindset was just come in and just try to make the best of it. Will kind of talked to me beforehand, before I got here, kind of the situation and everything. And his thing is he just wanted to build something, get something rolling for next year and possibly come back again. And once I met Will and got to talking with him, I was sold. And he's really the main reason why I came here this year.
For real?
Yeah. With talking with the new owners and everything, I was like, hey, if Will's not there, then I'm not going. And once he got hired on, I was like, all right, I'm down. But like he's my favorite coach I've had professionally.
So if Caguas didn't hire him as a coach, you wouldn't be here?
I probably wouldn't have. I mean, him being here sold me on it. And then when talking with him, once I met, but now I don't want to take anything from the owners. Like, they're amazing. They're great. But once I got to know them, it was cool. But yeah, Will was the deciding factor for that. And then once they said they were bringing a kill too, like I was down.
Great. Usually in our podcast, we always talk about two different type of coaches. Because we got the coach, like the strategic coaches, like they know about basketball, but they don't. It's not that they don't know how to treat the players, but you know the approach to the players is different than Wilhelmus and Ivan. I think Ivan, we call them players coach.
Yeah, for sure.
Would you say like Wilhelmus is one of them?
For sure. I think he's a players coach, and he even takes it to another level. Like, Will was texting me all throughout the year, like just checking on me. Like a lot of times we talk and it's not even about basketball. He's just asking how I'm doing. And he's a genuine person, but he cares about you as a person more than as a basketball player.
Yeah.
And his approach in practice and games, like there's days he'd come in and be like, how do you feel today? Be like, I'm a little tired. He'd go sit down. Like,
crazy.
Like don't even worry about practice today. So, I mean, like I said, he's my favorite coach that I've had as a professional.
What do you think?
The crazy thing about it, like, you know, the culture here, like, you know, they treat the imports one way, they treat the natives other way,
and we're so used to that we don't say nothing.
But here it doesn't look like that,
bro.
It's
You don't know, like,
you feel the same way.
My first 30 plus minutes game, I was not practicing the day before, the day after. So he treats everyone the same way. Yeah, Travis is our captain. Yeah, Akil is our leader, but he always treats the same way. Like, if everyone is equal right now. That's the greatest thing of this team is like Will was the first one to treat everybody as equals. And I'm not talking about players too. I'm talking about staff. We gotta for me, like one of the main pieces, like one of the things we have is Danny. Danny is one of our assistant coach. He's young. He's younger than everybody else.
I like Danny.
Ivan Gandia's brother, right?
Papa, coach will trust him a lot this season. And Gandias is more experienced. Jorgito is more experienced. And some of the most important things in this season, it was all about Danny just talking to us, just treating us like equals. And that's the craziest thing I ever seen. Like a coach just giving everybody his space to be great, including the coaching staff. That's Will. And I gotta give him to him, because he always said, like, to build a culture, you gotta be like, we need good persons. We need good people. And that's what you have in this team. That's why we was able to solve things, like be successful in adversity. Like, we always been in adversity the whole season.
And that's the crazy part. I remember when you guys were like, I can say the majority of the games in these finals, like when you guys were like losing, but I could see your coach like calm,
smiling,
and I was like, bro, they did 2 turnovers. The other team have an 8-0 run, and he's calm, and he could tell you if you pick up the ball, he could tell you like run the play, like, and that's something that for the players it's important, like to have a coach that can, you know, that trust you and
But
give you that and have that mindset that you are important too.
yeah. But okay. You're right about it. But I'm coaching now, so for coaches, it's just all about vibes. If you're in a pro league, if you're dealing with pro ballers, and they made a mistake, the way you react as a coach is gonna be the same vibe you're gonna give to your players. Especially, but the best example was Akil, Game 6. He has like 3 turnovers and 4 missed shots,
Free,
free throw
the
shots
throw
importance. Yeah.
in the most important part of the game. And Will was just laughing and
Yeah, I
telling
mean,
us,
you
"Just
guys could have
enjoy
won it
this."
without the OT.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like the vibe coach Will gave us is just you were able to do mistakes, but you gotta learn from it. And the way Will handles adversity, that's the crazy thing about him, because everybody know him. He's crazy as fuck. Like he crazy. Like he crazy. He's desperate. But when we need him to be calm and we need him to be just straight up, he's the first one to just smile and say to us, just enjoy this shit. That's the thing he said. I cannot say what he said in Game 6
Of course.
because he's just all about cojones and shit. But the vibe he gave us, like especially the timeout, Norris Cole gave us the 9 point advantage. Every coach will be like, "Fuck it, we lose. Let's just give it in." And he was just smiling and say like, "Let's put some cojones on it."
I think that's important for because you guys like can you know keep calm. Like, okay, we're losing, but if my coach trusts me, like we can win this.
Yeah, but he put it like I'm saying, like he knows what to say, when to say, and how to say. And we was just flat and being careless in that time of the game. And he was just telling to the imports. That's what I'm saying. Like he treated us as equals. That time out, we was just
Travis.
going at it, Travis, going at it, Lou, and going at it, Akil.
He was
I
going
was
back and
not
forth.
part of it. I was not part of it. Luisito was not part of it, and Onsi was not part of it. He was just on the imports. And that's the crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like he knows what to say, when to say it, how to say it. After that timeout, everything changed. But like I'm saying, the vibe he gave us every time in adversity. We was in Ponce every time. Every time we in adversity, he just smiling and say, "Enjoy this shit. This is a blessing." And other coaches will be like mad as fuck and
Definitely
trying to like
I'll be one of them.
hold us accountable. You know how Puerto Rican coaches are. Like they would, and Will was just laughing at us like, "Just enjoy this shit. Just go up. Never give up." And that's Will. That's what Will does to us, and that's why we bought everything he said to us, because he was treating us as equals. And when he have to say something to Travis, like, "Yo, get your shit together, do something." And it's the same with everybody.
Talking about vibes, you gave me a Kobe vibe in this finals when you hit those shots and you were like,
Calm
chill.
down.
Like,
Yeah.
That's because you're dealing with people like Cuco, super emotional and all that. Like, bro, relax. It's not over with.
Yeah.
We are like that. We are like that.
Yeah.
You did that twice in the finals. That is something that you're used to do. Like, okay, this is a big moment. I'm gonna take the shot, or it just come to you like naturally.
I just try and embrace it, live in the moment, and just try and make the right play. If you start predetermining what you're going to do or saying, "Hey, I want to make the big shot or that," you're usually going to make mistakes. So I just try and read and react, kind of like what we were saying. Like we got that rebound, we're down 4. I could have easily came down and just chucked up a 3 or drove in there, but I look over and I see Cuco. Like I'm going to him. And I mean, I think that's the trust I have in our teammates, our organization, everybody. Just go out there and try and make the right play. But I definitely got to appreciate them too for trusting me in those moments. Because I mean, I've hit game winners, I've hit big shots, but I've also missed them. I mean, I missed a couple. I missed one in the very first game of the year. San Germán. But they've stuck with me throughout all of it, and they know I trust them too.
Yeah, and
No, but do you guys knew that the last shot is for him? Like, you guys know that, or
facts. We know, like that's why we were successful. We know, like we die, like we die with Travis. Like that's the guy. He's gonna take us. If we win, we win. We need a last shot. It's Travis. We need a last, like a making play, like a big important play. It's Travis and a kill. But what Travis is saying, what Travis said is like the same thing I'm talking because Travis is the kind of guy he's gonna make the right play no matter what happens. So that was the right play to do. And there were some times
he should have from the parking, bro.
He had to do it.
You should have from the parking lot for real. Like you should.
And by the way,
far.
Relaxed, right?
By the way, tiro normal. That's a normal shot for him. That's no. Don't give me the big shot. That was a crazy shot. That's
I'm not saying it was a bad shot because like you hit your shot and no one.
You was timing the foul.
That was the
goal.
That game they were throwing you to your left every play and I saw like I watched this play like a lot and when Norris like he tried to push you to the pick. But you deny it. Yeah, but I think that the mistake that Norris did was not denying you the pick because he pushed you to the pick, so you deny it, and he was too far from you.
They might have messed up on their coverage because
they had to do an edge.
He was playing like an ice, like he wanted to keep me on my left, but the other defender was on the opposite side. It's almost like he was ready to either switch it or kind of trap me. But this speaks to Akil. Akil's one of the smartest players I've ever played with. He's good at changing the angle of the screen last minute or coming up a certain way, and then the defense is set, and then he moves it, and it makes it easier for me to reject. Yeah. I mean, the game Akil had to sit out was probably one of the hardest games I've had all year.
Facts.
Because
we knew that was gonna be the toughest game for you.
Yeah, but I didn't realize I already know Akil's a great player, super smart, one of my favorite players I played with, but I didn't realize how much easier he makes my life until
you have no idea.
Game, and
I told him
afterwards. I'm like, bro, I'm exhausted right now, bro. And I didn't get an easy look all night.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we always knew like you got the last shot, or if something happened, you got the last decision. But it's like I'm saying, like that shot, the 3-point shot I made, and you pass it. I made it, but there were some games that I have the last shot. Travis gave me the ball and I missed it. So
I remember.
That's the thing I'm saying. Like that's the way we play. Like we're gonna make the right play no matter what. We lost to Carolina the first game. We went to them, and we pushed Alex Franklin to make the last shot, and he made it. You see, like
that was in Carolina, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like every time we gonna close, Travis make the right decision, and it's always about Travis Akil do the right decision. No matter what happens, whoever get the last shot, we cool with it.
And I think that's why you guys want it.
But some of that, he's not giving himself enough credit. Like we don't make those plays unless we trust the other person that we're passing to.
Facts.
And this dude's in the gym all the time. Like him and Luisito are one of the first ones in here working out beforehand. I usually try and get here early, and they beat me here every time, and they've already worked out.
Was here at night. He opened the gym with me.
Yeah, facts.
But like you don't make that pass unless you trust that other person to make it. Like I know the amount of time and the amount of work I put in. And for me to pass it up to go to him means I trust him. So
Yeah, and that game 6, as soon as I see you with the ball, I knew for a fact you was giving me the ball.
Yeah.
I knew, like, that's the beauty of this team. That's the beauty of it. Like, we
You guys are
trust,
playing the right.
bro. We trust each other.
Nobody's selfish. We just care about winning. That's it.
blind. That's a blind trust.
We can see that when sometimes you make 30 points and sometimes you had like less than 10 points, but you guys were competing, maybe winning, because like you're saying, you guys are just want to win. So if your team at that time just needed you to get 30, you would do it.
Yeah.
But if the team needed you to make 12 assists, you would do it too.
Yeah. Travis had 5 points in the fourth quarter of game 6.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It was looking bad, wasn't
But
it?
we were
It was looking bad.
Yeah, but I think that from my point of view, I always was telling my friend that you were like saving energies, because you knew, like, I always tell
And
them,
Lou was having a great game.
Travis is just saving energies for the last moment, because I knew that you guys were like on the line, like it would be like a 4 points game, up or down.
Yeah.
You guys could get it because you'll be ready for it.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know if that's what you
No, for
try
sure.
to do,
No, that
but
is.
I, from the outside, I just could see that you were just saving energies, and it was great because you had other guys who could make the shots over the game. So when they needed you, you was ready.
I'm not joking when I say, like, if I score 2 points and we win, I'm be just as happy as if I had 40 points. Like, as long as we win. But I also know team's game plan is to kind of take me away, and that's what they were doing, like icing me on the ball screen, keeping me to the left. Diallo did an amazing job of being close enough to contest my shot, but far enough back where I can't drive around him. And if teams are going to try and take me away, that's perfectly fine with me. Like, we got other great talented guys on our team that can carry us. And I started seeing them wear down, like, because it's tough. If you're talking about denying me, trying to stop me from scoring, then on the other end, you're being super aggressive, sooner or later, you're going to start wearing down.
Exactly.
So I was like, all right, cool. I'll just save my energy for the end if I need it, or if it even comes to that. So it ended up working out. Yeah, it ended up working out.
You said earlier that Cuco and Luisito was one of the first players to always come to practice.
Yep.
And I wanted to tell you that that's the hungriness that the native players have to play in this league. But when Cuco, first came to this team, or maybe the first games, you knew that he was something special for this city, or did you just notice after some games?
I knew. I mean, something was different about Cuco when I first got here, first met him. First couple home games, you see his face is everywhere. Everybody's cheering for him, put him in. But just to speak to him and Luisito, like, their stories, they've had their ups and downs throughout this season too. Like, you look at the end of the season, you would think like, oh, it's been all like sunshine and rainbows, but like, they've been through their shit too.
And Inam too.
Yeah, like, I mean, they go through stretches where they would play, then other stretches where they wouldn't play at all. And I don't envy Will. Like, he had a tough job this year because you got like a log jam, because the way our roster is guys from the 1 to the 2 that there's a lot of us right there, and we all kind of do some of the
guards league.
Oh, for sure, but we all do the same similar things. So it's like being ready for when your opportunity comes. But he's always been ready, always been positive too. That's the other thing about this is, like, you'd have guys that wouldn't even play, but they're the main ones up cheering, coaching, and happy for a guy that's kind of in their similar spot where that should have been their opportunity, but it went to somebody else, but they're still there being supportive.
Especially Ram. Like, I gotta give a lot of credit to that guy, because as the Onsi and Pizarro trade happens, and if we see the game, like, they're similar. Like, Onsi and Iram are the same guys, like the same IQ, same way to play, but the fact that Onsi is 6'8" and Iram is just a guard, like, lit me. Like, they put him.
Onsi is huge, bro.
In a bad position. Gotta do it, man. Gotta do it.
Hey, there's been a couple, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
Not this one.
I'm gonna let it go. Yeah.
Too easy, man. Too easy. Nah. But it's the perfect example like Travis is trying to say is Iran, because Iran is not the greatest scorer, but every time they give it the chance, he scored 10,
Yeah.
11. He scored he got grabbed like 4 rebounds.
Bro, there was a stretch where he wasn't
Bro,
playing.
he was
and
the
then
closer.
Then he started for like
He
He
started
started like
Yeah,
4
he started.
times,
Yeah.
like 4
Yeah,
or 5
like-
times, and he did a great job, and he closed.
Yep.
Because for all the natives in the team, like I was the one that Will chose to close all the games. Like most of the games, I was the closing guy.
Imari, I wanted to ask you because I know that this is your team, but you were obviously
I love my
not playing. You were just watching the games. But on that game 6, where I think we are taught, me, thought that too, that you guys were gonna lose that game 6. When,
yeah.
like it was, you guys were losing like by, I think it was like
Hell
8
no.
or 10 points.
Yeah.
crazy.
I almost
Hell
cried.
no.
I almost cried that
Fuck
game.
no.
Because
outta
I
here,
didn't
man.
want to
Shit.
like.
But you
Fuck
didn't
this
lose
shit,
your
bro.
hope.
I mean, un poquito,
Just be
like a
real
little
with me.
bit,
Like-
a little bit. I just say, oh my God, we'll lose this game.
That's
But
crazy.
I'm gonna say it in Spanish.
Uh-huh.
I mean, tengo a Travis en mi equipo.
Okay. I got
So-
the MVP.
So, todo puede pasar. So,
La
yo,
madre que se quite.
sí, y tengo a Cuco, la madre que se quite. So, yo tengo el mejor equipo. So, nada, yo me sentí cabrona, en verdad. Para mí es una de las mejores experiencias, el mejor juego que yo he visto. Y ser parte del equipo se siente cabrón.
Travis, for real, like that game.
Game
For
6.
me,
Yeah.
that was the greatest game I
Yeah,
ever
for
been
me
part
too.
of. Like, not gonna lie, I told Cole, like, Cole is my brother. We play in Ponce together,
Yeah.
and
That's right. He was
I
there.
hug him in the first overtime. Like, yo, this is shit. It's crazy. It was like, Papa, this is the greatest game I ever been part of. And then
Notice
you,
Cole told you that?
bro, he
Like
told
an
that.
NBA player who won 2 championships
Bro,
told
he
you that?
told that shit. I'm
I trust you.
I mean, I
trust you,
believe
but
it though
that's-
because think about it though,
exactly, I
like
believe you.
even those other games, he's the man on that team versus
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
versus
in
the
Miami,
NBA
in
stuff,
Miami
like-
was not the
now,
guy.
Granted, that's
He was
crazy
a
to be a
role
part.
player.
Being part of that is crazy, but like,
But
it's a
he was
different
the
role,
man.
bro. It's a
He
different
was the
role,
man. And
and just give him his flowers too. Like the way he played in these playoffs is crazy, bro.
Bro.
Like from the start to the finish is crazy. That game
me-
6 was wild.
for me, it was you and him. Like,
Yeah.
not giving like I gotta give props
That
to
matchup was
Stockton.
crazy.
I gotta give props to Stockton.
Yeah.
But the way Norris play, the way like Cole like
different,
deliver
bro. It's
and
different,
handle
bro.
business this
different.
season, like postseason, that shit was crazy.
It's
That
different,
I
bro.
think that was his best performance I ever seen of him, because he was the man. He was everything about Manatee runs through him.
Yep.
Yeah, Jivan was doing his
He's got
thing,
the pieces around
but
him. Yeah.
like I'm saying, like
No, he was the guy for sure.
he was.
Bro,
the-
he's a two-way player too, bro. Like he's a tough matchup,
Bro, but
on the offensive end, bro.
what
he's
I
tough,
like-
even Lou 6'8",
bro. He's tough.
They
bro.
they
What I
handle.
like about
he
that-
giving the business.
What I like about that matchup in this series is that you guys went head to head. Like you guard him and he guard you. Like normally, the best player doesn't guard.
Play each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Guard each other.
Because you guys have to play O and D, so
Yeah.
you guys have to save energy. So for me, that was something crazy to see you guys like in the offensive and the defensive end, like
Yeah.
giving your 100% was tough.
Nah,
Like,
but I was even talking to
enjoyed
them
that
though,
for
like
sure.
during the game. I'm like, bro, ain't this fun? Like we're in the finals, we're
Same
going back
thing.
and forth, dead
Same
ball. And I'm
thing,
like, bro,
bro.
this is
Same
fun.
thing, bro.
And the
I-
thing I liked about it too is it was basketball. You know how sometimes teams try and make it physical, it turns
And
into
personal,
football, gets
and personal.
super like sometimes even chippy,
It was
dirty.
not basketball at
It
all.
was straight basketball. This and it was fun to play. In.
And I think that Manatee team, like, they're got a lot of ballers and bucket getter there, and that's something I like. That they were always respect in these finals.
Yeah.
Like we could see in Ponce what happened. Like in this series was all different, just about basketball.
Yeah,
and
fun.
we as fans could see the respect that you guys have for each other.
Yeah.
And I think that the same fans did the same.
Yeah.
Like they respect you guys, and for me, because remember that Ponce series? What about that? Do you remember that fight? Look, bro, a guy almost stripped your shirt.
With damn jersey rips, scratches,
Bro,
and all
what?
that. Like, yeah. I mean,
It was hard to watch.
that was
it was
crazy.
hard to watch.
First
That
off,
was
like,
crazy.
you know how you see something and you're like, nah, that's not really going on right now. Like,
we
we're on the
reacted
court
to
right now.
that.
They're not
Nah.
fighting right now.
Papi,
Like,
Ponce?
Exacto.
That's
It's
Ponce,
Ponce.
like,
Ponce,
that
va,
city,
Ponce,
that
va.
city is tough. They haven't had like a winning years this past years, but
Yeah.
they're like one of the
not
toughest-
historically. Yeah, I've heard like their
Definitely.
history and all that. And you can tell by their fans too. Their fans are crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
they're like
You have
that.
no idea, pa.
And talking about that,
Cuco was,
You-
you played with that.
what would you
with
say?
I played them.
You played them, right? Last year.
Last year I was part of the
And, you
franchise.
got to, and that's huge for you because you got to eliminate them. Like,
I got the last free throws to
Yeah.
just
ice it.
giving them,
like
and that was for me, I always told Travis, it's all about the culture. Like, let's do it for the culture. Like, you know,
for
BSN. Who doesn't want to just giving the business in Pachin, giving the business to Ponce, and
in
eliminate
front of
them
their
in
fans.
front of the fans? They crazy.
Who wants
And you
to
know,
strip
After
your
I
shirt?
fight.
oh, they're crazy. They're crazy,
After
and
I
they
fight.
know it. They know, and they love to just being crazy fans and shit. And that was some crazy series.
Nah, their fans are crazy.
It's not even the fight. It was just the natives, like Macho, Jare. Everybody was just trying to like beat us bad. Like they were trying to like fuck us up.
And Jarrett, you got to think too. He was on Umacal last year
Facts.
and then got
He was
traded to
just trying
Ponce.
to like
so
give
like,
him
yeah,
Will
it's
the
personal.
business.
It's personal.
That's true,
Yeah,
that's true.
it's personal.
Well, you've played like in different leagues.
Yeah.
That's an experience that you didn't had, like fans getting to you in the court and like the game haven't finished and they're like trying to strip your shirt and those things. Like that's something new for you. Like
Yeah,
this
that's-
is like
that's
for
a-
you.
that's a
You
new
said
one.
like this is a crazy league or
I mean, maybe looking back on it, but in that moment, I was trying to get to Lou because I saw him and I saw three other.
Yeah, he
that's
was
three-
all them.
I see three of their guys,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, well, I can't go this way because everybody's in
you
the
see
way.
three, but there were like seven.
Yeah.
When I saw it, there was three, and I'm like, all right, I don't like those odds, so I'm trying to get around to him, and then that's when Buddy ran up and grabbed me. But at first, I thought though, like, I'm thinking like, all right, I'm running around the side, so I'm thinking like maybe his seat was right there, and like I can understand that because if I was sitting there and my family was there and I see a player running over there, I'm like, hey, like chill out. But after watching the video, he like ran up, like he wasn't even sitting right there. So,
He
I mean,
was
it-
so proud to grab you. And
I'm sure
He
that
was so
we
proud.
react to that in our podcast. Like we watch the video and talk about everything, and we were saying that he went to his house like I grabbed the MVP shirt.
Yeah, he was
that
proud.
was me. Like
He
he should be proud. He was proud about that.
yeah, I
I'm
mean,
sure of that.
it's funny looking back on it now, but like.
Nah, he was not funny when it happens. That
When it-
shit hurts.
But listen, when it happened though, I'm not even thinking about me. I'm like, how can I help get to Lou? Because I don't know what's going on up there, and their whole bench is over there. Like,
bro, the same thing happened to us. Like when Jorgitos just
Grab us.
stood it and like nobody moved. It was tough to watch because that's our boy. Like
Yeah.
we, like the
that's
codes,
our brother, man. That's
you
our
know
brother,
the
yeah.
codes, and we know what was at risk. But bro, that was hard to watch.
Yeah.
Like, and after we watched the other videos, like
When you see all the other
the
stuff,
cleanest videos, like, bro, we have a meeting and we have to just tell him, Lou, like, yo, Lou,
Sorry.
we sorry, man, because we didn't back you
And
up.
he got the ball part on.
And he was sad. He was like just like, yo, they didn't back me up. But I was like, Papa, they don't let us, because if they let us, he was gonna be hell
So,
loose right there,
uh-huh.
because everybody was ready to fight, but Jorgito
and it was the
and
right
he did-
decision.
He
like,
did the right decision.
yeah.
Yeah,
If you look at it, it was game 6. Everything was
Playing away.
it was everything on the line, and Jorgito think about the team before everything else,
yeah.
and he was thinking about the winning the series. And Jorgito was crying, like, bro, like that shit was
felt bad. Yeah, he
tough.
did feel
Like
bad.
Jorgito was crying, apologizing to Kim because he was like, yo, Lou, I was the one
Who stopped them?
Yeah.
who stopped everybody to just protect you. I didn't know they was trying to like fuck you up and shit. And that was some crazy shit.
And when you see guy from the Ponce bench coming to the
Nah,
court,
bro,
like,
that was
That
wild.
was
That was
bad. That
wild.
was so bad.
And by the way, that was weak as fuck. Weak as fuck. And I
Definitely
know
weak.
my teammate, they were back. They know. I talked to them, and yo, that was weak. That was weak because he was by himself, and you guys hold him, and that's a code you don't broke. Like you don't broke that.
yeah, he just couldn't get off them. Like
Bro,
he just couldn't.
it was like 7 against 1. And that shit was not funny. And now we look at it and it was like, yeah, we laugh about it. But when that shit happens, like everybody was feeling like shit because we cannot do
Nothing.
But
nothing.
from-
Even Travis, they was holding him. He was trying to help Lou, and they hold him. Like, nah.
But I
Sure.
think that you guys portray yourself as a championship team doing that. Like, of course, Louis got the worst part of everything, but you guys compose yourself as a championship team. And
Yeah.
from Jorgito making the right decision, and
He
to you
made the
guys
right
to
decision.
to keep the calm and win that series. I mean, that's tough. I wanted to ask you, Cuco. Next year, you guys will have just 2 imports. I hope you will be here, right? Like that's your plan. You think?
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's the
Yeah.
I hope so.
So.
But I mean, Kawas is gonna have like a down from one of your imports. I don't know who it's gonna be. I don't want to ask about that. But I just wanted to ask you because I think that everybody knows that you are like the next in line. I see this situation as the best situation for you because you proved
Facts.
you proved
That's
yourself
facts. That's
this
facts.
year, and I think you earned that the coach can put you in that starting lineup. So, do you feel like any pressure knowing that you will get that that opportunity to be in that starting lineup? What do you think about that?
Okay, first of all, this is a conversation we had.
For real?
Hold on, before you even say that, I saw his comments and somebody asked him about that. And I was like, thinking about bring all 3 imports in and be like, so which one you getting rid of? Like, hey, who's staying?
Who's
like,
out?
who do you-
Who's
yeah,
out?
yeah,
Who's
yeah. Well, go ahead, my fault.
You have to say
Nah,
that.
okay. First of all, I gotta address that because, like I said, I love my imports. Like we bond and we treat us like family. All I'm saying, like for me, it's not pressure because I've worked for it. I'm always ready for it. I'm always ready for every shot they gave me because you know my story. So I'm always trying to like be ready for everything they want me to do. It don't matter for me if they go for 3 imports or 2 because it's like I'm saying, like we are professionals. Like we gotta understand as
That's the
natives,
business.
like it's tough as natives to. This is a conversation we had before. For us, it is tough to try to like be the stars or get more minutes if they have 3 imports. But we gotta understand, like, if we got 3 imports, like I'm saying, it can come in, do good for the league in terms of exposition, in terms
And
of
this is a business, so
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I was not like when that comments came out, that was crazy because the first thing I said to the interviewer, I was like, I don't mind it. I don't mind it because I know the business. I know how the business is going to get better. But this is my opinion. I think I'm the best example of why there's no need for 3 imports. And my only argument is like we got guys like Ethan Thompson, we got guys like Jivan, we got guys like bro, like
Y'all got killers out here.
Bro.
Y'all got
Like,
killers
we got
out here.
killers. We got killers, and that's what I'm saying. Like
who plays
Okay.
as native.
Yeah, killers.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we have a league that we have a lot of New Yorkers that can hoop,
Mm-hmm.
and we got a lot of natives players from here that can hoop, and a lot of like the perfect example for me is Sosa. Isaac Sosa for me is one of the greatest shooters I've ever seen. That guy is crazy.
Crazy,
Nah,
right?
He's
He's-
crazy,
he's
bro.
ridiculous, man.
Like
He's
the
ridiculous.
way Sosa scores, nobody can score.
But it's like it's gonna go in. Like
That's what
there's
I'm
nothing
saying.
you can do. It's
And-
gonna go in,
and-
bro.
And he's a native,
Bro,
right?
defending
So
him is crazy because
That's what's the
he'll catch the ball facing like the opposite way,
and he was
catch
gonna
it
shoot
and
it.
turn in the air and like shoot it, and like every time he shoots, you think it's going
But
in.
that's
Nah.
that's what I'm saying. That's the perfect example of why that's why it's my opinion, because I know guys from here can score 30 plus
If you
and
give
they
them
can
the minutes.
average if you gave them the minutes. That's what I'm saying. In other leagues, you need imports because not everybody has the same talent and they don't have the same DNA. It's different when you have American DNA and European DNA. This is just my opinion. Like, you got guys like Chris Ortiz, 6'8", can score, can post everybody up. Guys like Ethan Thompson, that he gave us the business. 6'5", he can shoot. He's an NBA player. We got Page. We got
Yes,
guys
Page.
like Philip Wheeler is one of the guys. Like, if he works a lot, his jump shots and shit, he gonna be a
superstar,
a
definitely.
problem. Like,
all he needs is a shot.
all I'm
He
saying,
got everything else.
all I'm saying is the talent we have right now as a natives
It's crazy.
is crazy enough to just. Do we need
Do we
the
really
three
need-
imports?
yeah.
Like, do really we need? But in the business points, like teams like San Germán needs 3 imports. Teams like Maya West need 3 imports. Like,
Yeah, but I think that might get worse for them because they might need 3 imports, but they don't
money
have,
wise, they don't have they not gonna have the money to just bring imports like Travis,
that
like
good
Lou,
exactly
like
because
Akil.
we might see
That's what I'm
some
saying. That
other
was my
teams-
position. That was my position. Like, yes, you
I
can
didn't think
put
about
3
it like that.
imports and you put out 12 natives out of work. That's my thing. Like, bro, I struggle a lot to be here.
Yeah, you
I
guys are
struggle
trying to
lot
make a
be here.
living from
And
playing
when
ball.
that shit happens, everyone was criticizing me like, yo, you have 3 imports. Why you say that? It's like, that's the realness of what what I'm saying. Like,
Uh-huh.
yo, I'm being successful. Yeah, that's right. I'm being successful with 3 imports. But what if I have 2 imports? Same example. We lose first game. I have 18 points in 14 minutes. That's the same.
Mhm.
That's the opportunity. You give a native from here, he's gonna do the same thing.
Exactly.
Alucito is gonna do the same thing. Everybody's gonna do the same thing.
That's the problem.
We
Like,
are the
we're
perfect-
taking jobs
we are the
from
perfect
guys who
example.
can really play the league.
Every time they give a guy from here a opportunity, what happens?
They eat.
Iran,
They eat.
he eat. Luisito, he eat. Marlon, like that's the
That's another crazy.
that's the
story, man.
greatest example. Like, Marlon, from the beginning, we were like, yo, he's young. He's young. He don't know. He needs to grow up a little bit more. And he was not getting any minutes
Nothing.
in the whole season. As soon as Lou went out, he was the starting shooting guard till the end.
To the end.
Why? Because they gave him the chance and he delivers.
I
That's
think
what
he-
I'm
I
And
think
you
saying.
he
guys-
led us
and
in
then
3-point
the
shooting,
native
catch and
already.
shoot, three-point
Bro,
shooting.
he
I think
was
our better
he was
shooter.
6'5". He was 6'5", catch and shooter. Same as Cap.
Yep.
Same as Cap. But as a shooting guard.
I remember
That's what
that
I'm
game
saying.
that he went like he made like 5 threes.
That's what I'm
from the
saying.
corner. That
But
was-
my standpoint is, like, it don't matter if it's 3 or 2. What's good for the league, it is what it is. That's what I'm saying. And that I want to clarify that.
Mhm.
That's
Clarify
the
that.
word. Clarify that, because everybody was like, yo, you shouldn't say that shit. I was like, why not? Why not? Because I have the confidence like they gonna understand it because it's not nothing against my teammates. It's not nothing against Travis.
You understand that this is basketball, but this is a
And
business.
it's a business.
Yeah.
It's a business. In every other countries, they have more than 3 imports. That's the beauty of it. Like everybody has in their own opinion, but from my standpoint, it don't matter if it's 3 or 2. I will play either way,
Same.
and
Okay,
I
bro.
will grind my way up like I
Like
always
you
do.
always done.
I always do, and I'm the perfect example. If you have 2 imports, you can be successful, and if you have 3 imports, you can be successful too. So it don't matter.
It's like you're
It
saying.
don't
You
really
are the
matter.
right
It don't really
example
matter.
to-
My only thing is like the only bad part of it is like, yo, you're gonna put 12, right? It's 12 teams, right? 13. 12 teams. 12 teams.
12.
So if you put it in that perspective, it's just 12 Puerto Ricans guys. Like the pen of this work.
Or maybe change it though, where you can add an extra roster spot, like for a local guy. Add an extra import, add an extra local spot. Like,
Facts, like
I mean,
they always
that-
do.
that
Like
could be a
That
remedy,
might
like-
work.
yeah, just
exactly.
change-
That might
change
be a
the
win-win
name.
win-win
Carolina
situation.
Manatee have
Yeah.
Jamil and the shooter. What's his name?
Brian?
No,
talking about Dawkins.
Dawkins. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you
Like
mean Dawkins?
Dawkins was getting paid and he was not playing the
For
finals.
just being there.
But I'm
Just
saying,
being there.
like, all right, if you want to have 3 imports, instead of just taking away a roster spot from a local guy, add it on there and make the roster bigger as a
So it'll
whole.
be like 13
that way,
guys.
nothing changes for the
Nothing
local
changed.
guys. You're just adding an extra import.
What I don't really like about that is that small teams like San Germán
That's
and
the
Mayagüez,
crazy
like
thing.
they're gonna, they can bring another import, but
Yeah.
it's not gonna be as good as Travis or as an NBA player. Like we can see big teams like that can bring 3 NBA players,
Yeah.
but those teams, like remember San Germán couldn't have Ronde. They had to trade him. Why? Because
They don't have money.
they don't
a
have
lot of
money.
money.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that for me that's the problem. Is not the I mean the players need to live from basketball and this is our dream, this is our league. But it's more that
That's tough. I didn't think
it's
about it like that.
it's
you know?
gonna it's gonna
That's
unbalance
that's really
the
the
league.
main thing. That's really the main thing. Like, okay, teams like Caguas, Guaynabo, Santurce, Bayamón, Caps, big teams can afford a Whiteside, Brandon Knight, a Travis Trice, a Lou King, but not every team can afford those kind of guys. So you putting out 12 jobs to just bring people, like they're not gonna deliver.
I get what you're
You
saying.
feel me?
I
That
get what you- it could work
Yeah,
either
it
way,
could work
and then
either
it might be
way.
an
It's a
advantage
tough
on one
decision.
end, but it might be a disadvantage on the other
That-
end, and then
that-
whoever
that-
has the most money
that's
can
the
probably
main
get the better
thing
one.
about it. That's the main thing about it. That's
I
the
see
main
that.
thing about it.
Yeah, that's tough.
Well, guys, I think we're done here. Like we're good. We've been talking for some minutes, but I mean, I would love to be here 3 more hours,
Yeah.
but we can't. So I want to thank you guys again for being here. I'll be honest with you. I think this is the biggest podcast I've ever recorded. I've been doing this since 2018. So it's been like 7 years. 7 years doing this. And for real, this has been like the biggest podcast that I've ever made. I'm happy for this opportunity. Like I said, thank you guys. Travis, I hope everything goes well in China.
Thank you, thank
You
you.
are going to go to Ohio first, right?
Yeah, go home, pack up, change everything out, and then get
And
out
go
of
to
here.
China. It's going to be your second year?
Yeah,
there?
second year over there. Yeah.
So I hope everything gets great there.
Thank you.
You might win an MVP there and you can bring it home.
Yeah, I'm just trying to win.
Just
trying
trying
to win and
win.
stay healthy.
And Cuco here, you gonna play Primera Categoría or you gonna leave? Do you have something? What's cooking? What's cooking for you?
I'm a family guy,
Okay.
and I love to coach my girls. Like that's what
Okay.
I do. So I'm not trying to leave and go overseas, but Criollo's organization wants to me like do the off-season workouts and playing Primera with them. So that's my plans for now, and just trying to like be better and be in a greater shape than I was been. just to trying to get the back to back because that's what we do. Like we always
That's
look.
what we do. You
No,
know?
no. I'm saying with. Well, I'm not saying with. I'm only saying like
That's the mindset.
after that game 7, the way we play, the way we stay composure, the way we handle business, we finally as a team figured it out how to be how to be a winning team. And we always messed up in little things and little details. And right now, that game 7, that game 6, tell us like, yeah, we got what we have to. What I'm trying to like, we figured it out how to be a winning team, and
Figured out how to win.
and we figured it out in the last 2 games how to be composure and before you talk about the last
Game
shot,
5, you mean?
my last shot, and Travis gave it to me. As soon
There
as
you
I
go.
make it, I was about to go crazy. I was about to go crazy, and he told me just chill,
And you remember Travis?
bro. That's what I'm
Chill,
saying.
bro,
That's what I'm saying,
chill.
and I gotta give you props to it because he knows I'm emotional, and like I say, he taught me a lot to be a pro. Like Travis, he's not a leader of talking. He's not a leader of just talking shit. That's a Q's job. Travis is just a leader by example. Like that's what I do. As soon as he told me like, yo, chill out. I trust him, and I'm emotional guy. So in other scenario, I was like,
You
fuck
was ready to
you.
go crazy. Yeah, you was ready to go
Fuck
crazy.
you, go to sleep, motherfuckers.
uh-huh.
This is who I am, and
But that's you. That's
me.
That's you.
But that's the respect and the love I have for my leader.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta be a follower.
Right. I think that all this is happening to you is because how you are. Like listening to you, knowing that Travis is the guy, and knowing that he is an example for you, and
Nice.
and like acknowledging that. Like that's why you're here. That's why you had the season that you had, and that's why everything went as good as it went this season.
But that
Your
that's
mindset is
that's
like,
that's the beauty.
but
of
that's
it.
not the Cuco I'm
I
used
know,
to see
I know.
when you were younger. That's
Bro.
what I'm trying to say. Like
Maturity,
you've
evolving.
grown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Getting better.
bro. This
Nah.
guy, you
I could already. I've seen. I'm like, bro, relax, bro. It's all right. Like, we still gotta finish the game.
But the
Like,
beauty of it is like I'm saying, like all my conversations with Travis, he was like, how can I be better for you? Like, how can I make your life easier? Bro, I was working out bad passes or tough situations in workouts just because I want to put him in a great position because he was the guy. And like I'm saying, like you're the guy. Back in the day, we talk about the pick and roll situations. Like, yo, if you have some troubles with and you gotta give him the ball, give me the ball because I'm gonna give you back. Like,
Yep.
I don't want the spotlight. I want to be just
Part of the team.
if you need me, I got you. That's all, I always say
that's
that.
not easy to do either. Like,
That's
especially for an import coming in, for him to trust me. That means the world to me because, and I think he trusts me because he understands where I'm coming from. Like, I'm bought in, not selfish. All I care about is winning,
Facts.
and
I-
I want him to succeed as bad as I want to too. Like, I'm happy for him when he does things. I'm more happy for him than I am for
Yeah.
myself. Like,
And at the end of the day, it was all because of you and Akil. I told Akil the same thing. Like, yo, I have a great season. I have a unbelievable season, a dream season. But it was just because of you two, because you two trust me. Akil trusts me in the first floater, foul and one in Bayamon. You trust me in the game 6, and it keeps being the same way. That's what I'm saying. Like,
But you were ready too.
I was ready for it, but you know how imports behave, and that's the greatest thing about Travis.
That's why I asked you.
That's the greatest thing about you, bro. Like that, like here, like you know how imports behave. It's just me, and that's it. And I'm gonna do my numbers and getting paid. And the way you guys behave with us, that was the thing. Like, they put us like, yo, we're gonna win this shit because they're unselfish and they want to win, and
bought in,
that's what
bro.
I'm saying.
I'm
That's
bought
what I'm
into
saying.
the
But
team.
I listen to you guys, and now I know why Maria have always told me like we're gonna win everything, and I couldn't understand because from the outside, for real, I couldn't see Cowboys as
They
a
didn't believe me.
no, for real, because I just couldn't see Cowboys as a top team. Like we could see Manatee, the players that they have, and I was like, there's no way you can beat them.
You know when I knew we're gonna
When?
be special. First game,
Really?
we lost. We have a great game. You missed the last shot, and we was in the
Don't forget that though.
Papi, we was in the locker room looking at us like,
We all
yeah,
right?
They have to. They
yeah,
have to.
yeah, we're gonna fuck some shit up. You feel me? And same thing. Last practice was the greatest practice of all
That was
time.
crazy, bro.
3 hours plus, and we didn't practice at all. We didn't want to leave the gym. Why? Because we love each other, and we know like we appreciate each other a lot, and we just genuine. We don't want to leave because that's what we are. Like that's who we are as a team, and it was that greatest experience of all time for me. It was just that last practice, and we didn't practice at all. We're just watching film and having fun, eating and shit, and nobody wants to leave. Everybody wants
Crazy.
signing posters,
Yeah.
signing jerseys. Like you know when you graduate,
In senior year.
signing shirts and shit.
polo shirt from the school.
Same vibe,
tough.
same vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sadness. Like, I'm
And
not
bro,
gonna see it again.
and bro, that's what I'm saying. Like I know we can do the back to back because we figured it out how to be a winning team. No matter if Travis has like 11 points in the finals game, game 7, and Cat have a monster game, have a monster game. CP.
Yeah.
CP show up, and that's what I'm saying. That's who we are as a team. Yeah, Travis is the guy. Lou is the
Same
best
Pizarro,
player.
bro.
Akil is
Those-
our leader, but at the end of the day, when you think about it, it's
It's
just
the whole team.
everybody involved.
It's the whole
Everybody
team.
involved in situations that doesn't have to be involved in points and offensive shit. It's just involved 5 players trying to just get a win.
Did it feel special? Like I know that you've been on a lot of team with great players, but did it feel special from the beginning? Like this team have like we're together in here.
I would say when we went on that run in the beginning of the year. I mean, because the preseason meeting we kind of had was with Rick and even like all the ownership and the staff was, hey, we just want to make the playoffs. Like we understand this is a process. We want to build things. They didn't want to put too much pressure on us. But then after we went on that run, we are like, hey, we're gonna be all right. Like
we can win it all.
maybe just making the playoffs isn't it. And then we kind of took that dip midway through the season, lost 4 in a row, and then we fought our way into the playoffs in the end. But once we got there, we knew, hey, we like our chances. In any series, we feel like we matched up well with everybody just because of our roster. And once you get to the playoffs, anything can happen, and we kind of showed that.
And props to the staff because I think that the move to bring Pizarro and Branch was huge.
Yeah.
And when you guys didn't have Micho and Branch like took that his place, that's when I saw like that's why they needed them.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like I didn't like the trades that much, but then I understood why you guys needed them, and definitely without them it was gonna be tougher.
Yeah, and people don't realize how special Onsi.
Bro,
Like,
I
don't
love how
know.
he plays, bro.
unspoken
I
hero.
love how he
I-
plays.
Real basketball players, real ballers appreciate what Onsi did in this series, and
What
not
he's done
gi-
all year, bro. Like,
and not giving not putting CP in a bad spot, but when CP got here, he was just a shit. Like he was just killing everybody, like and he got the last game and he just went and killed. But Onsi is just one of the guys like you want, like one of the teammates and players that you want in every team. Like that's the guy.
Yeah, you saw him with his friends when you guys win it. He was with I don't know, it was his family or
think it's
friends.
his family.
Friends,
Yo,
yeah.
they was so how I was watching
Crazy
them, like,
brothers.
bro.
Yeah,
They was
that's
so
just
proud of
crazy.
him.
Yeah.
Like that was. I'm happy for Onsi. I always like him since he was playing in San Germán. So, anyways, thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Marie, for
Got
being
it.
here and for doing all
Thank
this. Thank you, guys. Have a good trip. You're leaving tomorrow.
Criollos
right?
campeones, ¿qué pasó?
Back to back.
Yeah, back to back.
Corillo, esto es Pase Extra. Si te gustó este contenido, please subscribe. Gracias a Dios.
Gracias a
Dios lo
Dios.
La madre que se quite.
Venga, ya.
Somos la presión. Y criollos campeones.
Muy bien.
Hablamos el año que viene.
Hablamos, Corillo. Gracias.